Another beautiful LUXE fifth wheel being pulled out into the sun, or at least the clouds. Absolutely gorgeous. So we are still out here at the RV factory taking a look at the LUXE products that they have. They have some very interesting and beautiful color combinations. All of these three here are full body paint. These are both Elites, and this is a gold model. So what's the difference, you might ask? Really, it comes down to amenities. So the gold model is, I hate to say a step below, but it is a step below the Elite. It's a more affordable unit for people who are wanting to get into the LUXE brand but may not have the budget or the stomach to be able to afford something this nice. The main thing that you're going to need to know about the gold is that it's built on the exact same platform. It's virtually identical in terms of construction and what they've done to it to make it roadworthy and safe. That being said, there are going to be some significant differences that dictate the price difference between the two. So I have Ed here again. Ed, could you give me a kind of an overview of what somebody would expect in a gold versus an Elite?
In a gold, you've got standard just two colors of paint. Elite, you've got within the paint scheme, you've got pretty much virtually any color you want. That's standard.
Okay.
Inside, the soft touch walls differentiate between the Elite and the gold.
Okay.
And Elites come with the Moride suspension, where golds don't.
Let's take a look inside of the gold. Let's walk around a little bit too, and we'll be able to see a little bit more. Before we get to that, let me take a look at some of the numbers on this. So this coach has a 21,000 pound GVRW. It has a payload capacity of 5,860 pounds. Sweetness. Man, that is crazy. Still has a 17.5 inch H-rated tires with 125 PSI. Let's take a look at some of the construction here. So again, same thick doors, same waterworks panel, same huge pass-through, and you're probably going to have the same access to all of your components behind that door as well. You can tell this has a generator because it has the exhaust for the generator right there. Walking around this way, this has the on-demand water system. Going underneath it, this has the same frame section, really. So you're going to get the 12-inch I-beam frame reinforced underneath. So you're still going to get an independent suspension system, but this utilizes the slightly less expensive Torflex system versus the rubber independent suspension from Moride. You still have the G114 Goodyear 17.5 inch all steel rated tires. It's a commercial tire on a rack and pinion slide system. Some people see these and they wonder what they are going up and down the slide. They're just designed to pull the little gasket out here when the slide is completely extended, because sometimes they fold in, and these just help nudge them out. You have a little access panel here. This is simply a hatch to get behind your refrigerator so you can winterize it. Coming around. This one does not have the electric cord reel, but it does have a spot for you to put your cord. And it has a pass-through right there as well, so you can feed the cord through it. All frameless windows. You still have the same back fiberglass cap with LED lighting. Beautiful full body paint. You just don't have the selection of paint choices that you're going to have with the Elite, but still beautiful paint. So one thing Ed just informed me about is that you can actually equip any of these with a trailer receiver hitch. I saw it on one of them over there. It looked like a 2-inch trailer receiver, which means that you can use it for towing. So in many cases, having a 2-inch receiver is simply a 300-pound capacity, really hitch or rack holder. You can put a bike rack or something like that on it. On the LUXE models, though, it's actually rated to tow. Now, I don't know what the numbers are, but I would imagine or guess probably 500 pounds and 5,000 pounds is typically what you see.
I believe it is rated for 5,000.
Okay.
Hits.
So it's a 500-pound rated tongue weight, but then towing capacity of 5,000 pounds. I think I read that somewhere. One of the interesting aspects of the build quality behind this is the same 3-inch sidewall that the coach has for its main structure is also replicated onto the sides of the slide as well. So the slide itself is made and constructed out of the same 3-inch thick sidewall as the main body. The side materials are a little thinner, and that's usually because you need to route your wires and the things through there, so they build it a little bit different with more open cavities so you can get your wiring and such to the top where your lighting is. You can see the LED light is on, but the awning is not out. This looks like it is probably some type of an outside entertainment area. I'm correct. So you have a TV out here as well, some speakers, a nice entertainment area if you're going to be outside watching the game. This is a beautiful coach. Let's take a look on the inside. So this is really where you're going to see maybe some of the differences between the Gold and the Elite, this being a Gold. You still have beautiful interior. Lots of cabinetry. Look at that. It's almost like a high-end airplane. Tons of cabinetry up top. Lots of lighting. I think I read somewhere that during the construction of this model, you were trying to put more lights in it than any other model. And I think you nailed it. Definitely is a well-lit unit, but it also looks very high-end. Lots of nice cabinetry. Now, a lot of people are going to say, who on earth can reach those? But that's not really the point. The point is that that's traditionally dead space. So they repurposed this area, and granted, even at a lower price point than some of the other units, and they've given you a tremendous amount of attic storage. So that's probably a good way of looking at this, is this is for the things that you're rarely going to take out, but you need a place to store, and they utilize space that traditionally would be dead. You still have a tremendous number of cabinets at normal height, so you're able to access these very easily. This model is not going to have the soft touch wall, so that's a differentiator between this unit and the Elite. You're still going to get all of your blinds. You're going to get your day-night shades and very nice sofa and recliners. One thing that I would like to say would be a good idea to add, and it is something I've commented every time I see a picture of one of these, is end tables. And I see that all the time. I keep looking at these, and I've seen them in pictures, and it seems as if there's no end table on the side. Is there a reason for that?
Right, and it's basically what the customer desired. We can put end tables in there. We've done a number of different things. Magazine racks, end tables. So
maybe just the few that I've seen were opted without them. But that's definitely something that would be really nice. And I guess I see your point. A magazine rack or something that you can put something into versus on top of could utilize that space in a different way. I love the light fixtures as well. So it uses very nice light fixtures. Nice TV, lots of cabinetry. And again, that cream color white looks really nice in here, very modern. Has a huge island, lots of cabinet, more lighting underneath it. And this has to be the coolest little stove I think I've seen. So this is not a residential size stove, an oven. It looks slightly narrower. That's still really cool. So it gives you a residential 24-inch wide oven and stove versus the traditional one that you might see in most of your fifth wheels, along with storage underneath. And again, your LG French door refrigerator with freezer on the bottom, plus some more storage up here. That's all backlit. That's really nice. And everything just feels high quality. All of the wood, you can tell, is a higher quality material. Now this is essentially going to be the same floor plan as the other one we looked at, so you're going to see a very similar bathroom setup. You get the half bath back here. Got more storage right here. Oh, actually, no, this is where your in-command system is. And it's nice to know that the Gold is also going to have the in-command system. So I like how you put it behind this cabinet on this model and not just out exposed like the other one. And then, of course, you have more cabinet space up here. Again, very nice flooring, residential laminated floor. King-size bed. This is a very interesting bedroom design. Lots of room, especially when you walk past and you go in this master bath area. This is simply huge. double vanities, beautiful mirrors, beautiful setup. It's very contemporary with a nice real glass backsplash. One-piece shower assembly. Here's all your light switches right here, which might be hard to see. Porcelain toilet, lots of storage in here. And they have this interesting little closet area that is kind of backlit when it's closed. This is already equipped with a splendid washer and dryer. Nice shoe rack and a lot of space to hang clothes. In here, I bet you have more storage. More storage all the way up and down this section as well. And again, a big differentiator is the soft wall material that you get on the Elite. This one has standard walls, but there's still a much, much higher end, more beautiful appearance to them than your traditional fifth wheel. TV's already mounted with storage on each side. Storage underneath, you can put a sound bar here. Plus, nice view of your window, more cabinets. Very, very nice. So Ed, it's beautiful inside here, but something I've always kind of wondered about is you see these small dinettes. Let's say you have a family of 4 and you have a couple kids that sleep on the sofa or on the floor, whatever you plan on putting them, and it's time to eat dinner. How can a dinette like this really function for a family of, more than 2 people?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's a lever right under here. Pull that out, and you can put 2 leaves in there and actually seat 4 people.
Yeah, it looks like you could probably seat even a little bit more if you put somebody at the end. But that's cool because I've seen this design on other fifth wheels and I kind of wonder, and it's really cool to see how they've utilized it here. Again, this is another beautiful fifth wheel you guys have produced, and I love the use of space that might normally be dead space and turning it into something. That's, to me, important in an RV world where you're minimizing and you're trying to become more of a minimalist. Sometimes you need space like this when you don't think about it, especially if you're coming from a home or an apartment or something where you traditionally have maybe excessive space, So Ed, if somebody was interested in a Luxe Gold because they don't need some of the extra upgrades that you get with the Elite, what would somebody expect to spend on something like this?
You're looking at right around $100,000, a little bit more.
Okay, and that's going to be, of course, dependent on some of the features, because you, being the manufacturer and somebody buying it from you, you can do all sorts of upgrades to one of these as well, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So, yeah, there's a lot of customizing that you can do. Even though this isn't the Elite model, you may want something different with the layout, and the fact is they are the factory, and they can really dictate what this looks like when you get it, and you can change things around, which is also really nice. Ed, I really appreciate it. Another beautiful coach. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.